Dominik Mysterio just opened up a very intriguing conversation, so we'll see what's new there. We'll also check out an interesting theory for Jade Cargill, Jey Uso, and more. Starting things off with the official decision being made by Jey Uso. When it comes to making the big decision for the Royal Rumble winners to select their WrestleMania opponents, WWE usually likes to take a few weeks to build anticipation around the decision. And it looks like Jey Uso just made his final decision. Jey Uso spoke with Gunther on Raw, then paid a visit to Cody Rhodes on SmackDown, but still seemed undecided. What cleared things up for Jey was when Gunther gave him a blindsided attack during his entrance on the February 10th edition of Raw. After pulling himself together after the attack, Jey grabbed a mic and announced that he officially selects Gunther for WrestleMania 41. So it was a clever way of handling the decision. Gunther unleashed such a brutal attack on Jey that it forced Jey's hand, and he just had to pick him right then and there. Jey would have loved to challenge for the WWE title, but Cody Rhodes has never really done anything wrong to him. Plus, that would be a babyface versus babyface matchup. So a lot of fans assumed there was more story potential there with Gunther, and that ended up being the direction after all. Some fans really wanted to see how this storyline develops between Gunther and Jey because they had a lot of time to develop it. WrestleMania 41 is still 9 weeks away, so we're in for at least 9 weeks of build-up for Gunther versus Jey Uso. Obviously, Gunther versus Jey Uso has no business being in the Night 2 main event spot, so fans are looking at Gunther and Jey to potentially be Night 1's WrestleMania main event. But then again, it's still early on the road to WrestleMania. If another feud gets more hot than Jey and Gunther's, maybe they'll take the spot, but as of right now, it looks like Night 1's main event spot belongs to Jey Uso and Gunther. Jey making his decision officially clears up what the men are fighting for in the Elimination Chamber match. With Jey taking Gunther off the board for WrestleMania 41, the winner of the men's Elimination Chamber will book themselves a WWE Championship match against Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania 41. Now, Cody Rhodes is feuding with Solo Sikoa. It looked like they were even teasing Nakamura potentially coming after Cody, but no one is worried about Cody being dethroned anytime soon. Cody's reign is completely safe over the next 9 weeks here. So no matter if he puts it on the line against Solo, Nakamura, or anyone else, that title's not going anywhere. No one's worried. Cody Rhodes will be walking into WrestleMania 41 as WWE Champion. So the second this men's Elimination Chamber concludes, the Night 2 WrestleMania 41 main event will officially be revealed as well. You got a lot of heavy hitters there for the men's Elimination Chamber match. That would be a great opponent for Cody. You've got Seth, Punk, Cena, Logan Paul, and more. But the rumor pretty much dating back to last fall, since it was discovered that The Rock would be unavailable, was that it was going to be Cody Rhodes versus John Cena at WrestleMania 41 instead. So a lot of fans are looking at John Cena as the favorite to win the men's Elimination Chamber match and book his ticket to face Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania 41 for his chance to win his 17th title during his last WrestleMania match. That seems like the perfect ideal high-stakes match for Cena's last WrestleMania opponent. A lot of fans thought Cena winning the Royal Rumble would be predictable, but WWE swerved the audience there. Now everyone thinks Cena's winning the Chamber is the predictable outcome once again. So does WWE have another swerve up their sleeve? Or is Cena actually taking the win here? Cody Rhodes and the Night 2 main event spot is up for grabs in the Elimination Chamber, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. Dominik Mysterio recently appeared on the Battleground podcast, and he had some major things to say regarding TNA and a potential crossover. Dominik shared his thoughts on the collaboration and even showed up to TNA himself. Quote, "I think this is huge. This is such an amazing opportunity for not only WWE, but for TNA. I grew up watching all sorts of wrestling. My godfather, Conan, was on Impact doing LAX. I grew up on those guys, and seeing that. Christopher Daniels, and all those guys. It was crazy. Now being able to go back, and now we're in cahoots with them. That's pretty cool. I'd love to show up on TNA, why not? I'd love to go and take over. I went down to NXT and took over NXT, so why not go down to TNA and take over TNA? End quote. So Dominik Mysterio said he grew up watching TNA as well, and it would mean something for him to make an appearance in TNA. Dominik even teased a showdown with Joe Hendry, so that got fans pretty hyped up for that potential crossover. Now let's get into this pretty cool fan theory that comes from Terry Weir D4G. This theory was in regards to the Jade Cargill storyline and the Elimination Chamber. Their theory question was about, what if some footage was shown at Elimination Chamber showing Bianca Belair attacking Jade Cargill back in November, and Jade Cargill comes out to attack Bianca and take her spot in the Elimination Chamber match? This is a great theory and a great thing to wonder about because we know it's possible. Something similar to this has been done with the Chamber match in times past. More specifically in 2009, where Edge attacked Kofi Kingston to take his spot in the Chamber match. So what if Jade Cargill embraces her inner Edge and pulls off this same act? Maybe by attacking Bianca, or maybe even attacking someone else in the match to take their spot. And if Naomi ends up qualifying for the Chamber as well, maybe that's even better for Jade Cargill. Maybe Jade wants to be locked inside this structure with the two women that she suspects attacked her. It's the perfect way for her to get her hands on them, nowhere for them to run or hide when they're all inside the chamber together. So it's such a fun theory because it makes a lot of sense. Even if Jade Cargill attacks another babyface, maybe it's a slight tweener turn. Jade has been very vocal about wanting to bring her solo and dominant act from AEW over to WWE. So returning in this fashion to lay out Bianca, Naomi, or someone else, and then take their spot and have an impressive showing in the Elimination Chamber match, just may be the perfect way for Jade to jumpstart that singles run that she's been waiting on. Reports from a few weeks ago were claiming that Rhea versus Bianca was being considered for WrestleMania 41. So could Bianca really win the entire Chamber match, or will Jade and Naomi potentially get in the way of that? Lots of stories surrounding the big three right there, and it will certainly pick back up with Jade Cargill's return sometime here in the very near future. But what are your thoughts on today's stories? Leave your comments below. Don't forget to subscribe with all notifications on, and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.